Climate change is requiring utilities to adapt and make changes to the status quo because it's changing the amount of water that is available to their ecosystems or within their watersheds. And so some areas are going to get too much water, some are going to get not enough, and some of their infrastructure just might not be holding up if they're facing extreme heat or extreme cool.
But those functions become very being a challenge, I guess, with those extreme weathers. For example, they can reduce the dissolved oxygen within the receiving water body, and then can make the algae bloom, and also potentially seawater intrusion. That's why utility care about it, because it's some impact on utilities' business function.
Climate change is something that we're going to continue to face. So the Water Research Foundation is going to continue to fund research and pursue opportunities to help utilities address the issues that arise out of it.
The key really is, to do more like a resilient utility, you have to be more proactive. You need to do some sort of risk assessment. What's, the causing the problem? What's your vulnerability?
If a utility is only doing things from a local watershed level, it's never going to be enough, and they're not going to be able to truly address the issues that are coming, because everything is so interlinked and a watershed is connected to other watersheds. Utilities interested in performing risk assessment should definitely look at what the Water Research Foundation has, because we have a variety of guides and frameworks that they can use to perform their own analysis right from the start.
Over the past, I think about a decade or 15 years, the Research Foundation have done about 70 different kind of projects.
When a utility experiences an extreme weather event, the best thing that they can do is plan for the future and build adaptation measures in. And these measures are going to vary based off of what you're doing. So if it's saltwater intrusion that you're worried about, you might want to consider water reuse. But if you're worried about a drought, you might want to do things like conservation practices, water efficiency programs. The Water Research Foundation can help utilities adapt by providing them resources, tool guides, and even opportunities to participate in the research on these specific areas. You have to be bringing the biggest and best minds together to be working on these hard problems. So we're really a connector, and that's our role.
So much of the conversation on climate change has been, and really needs to be, on resiliency and adaptation. But at the same time, there are communities all around the world that are setting priorities around greenhouse gas reduction. And it's going to be important for utilities to understand their contribution to those reductions.
We're doing a lot of really interesting work on how utilities can lower their emissions throughout a variety of places within their treatment trains, both on the wastewater and drinking water side.
This is a challenging research topic because can you actually measure the emission, greenhouse gas emission coming from the water utility, from wastewater, the drinking water, or different kind of process?
We're doing a lot of work on anammox to see if we can reduce emissions. We also have another one on a biogas harvester.
Energy efficiency is also one of the areas we have active research on. We adopt some of the best practice from the energy sector, but also specifically in the water sector. Wastewater, actually, during the process, they generate some of the heat. Those kind of thermal energy, and then they can be used, reused for some other purpose.
Earth is the water planet. Everything that's precious around us lives as a result of water. Our job at the Water Research Foundation is to make sure that we can continue to protect this vital resource, to help communities be strong and resilient into the future.